I'm Jennifer McDonald, and I'm a court stenographer.
Hi, I'm here with Jennifer McDonald, and today we're going to be talking about court stenographers. Can you describe your role as a court stenographer?
Yes, my role is to make sure that I keep an accurate record, a verbatim record of all of the proceedings that occur in court.
So, what does a typical day look like for you?
So typically we would start court about 9:15 in the morning, and we will go until about noon with a break, a mid-morning break for about 10 minutes, and then we will start back up the court proceedings around 1 o'clock and go until about 4:45 with a mid-afternoon break.
So, why did you decide to pursue a career in court stenography in the first place? So, speaking of schooling, what training or qualifications are required to be a court stenographer?
So I went to a community college locally, and it was just a 2-year associate's degree. There are other people that I work with who have just gone to a trade school. Some of the older court reporters didn't go to any school or any certification. They just did a training with other court reporters and learned the field and learned the trade and were able to do it that way.
So, with your schooling and the skills that you've learned, what are the different career avenues available?
So the career avenue that I chose was to be an official court reporter, and that is working in the courthouse. And I work for the state of New York, but there are official court reporters in every state. So I could move to any state I wanted to and work in as official in a courthouse. But there is also what's called a freelancer, which is a little bit more flexible. Instead of working 9 to 5, 5 days a week for the state, I would work for myself, and I would do what's called depositions. And that's just working at different attorneys' offices, taking down testimony for them, and then producing a transcript for them. Then there's also what is called a captioner. And if you see on TV, the captioning at the bottom of the TV screen for live broadcasting, for sporting events, news events, any kind of live broadcasting, that's typically a court reporter doing that live.
Okay, that's very interesting. So, I imagine it could be a pretty challenging job at some points. So, what do you think are the biggest challenges you face in your work?
I think the biggest challenges I face are when people don't understand what my role is and what I'm doing, and that I'm taking down a verbatim record of every word and every sound that's uttered in the courtroom, and they speak over top of each other or too fast. And sometimes I have to ask people to stop, to repeat themselves, or to slow down. And the majority of the people are respectful and will do that, but some don't, and that's, I think, the most difficult part of my job.
So, what's the most rewarding aspect?
I think just being a part of the legal field and watching the court proceedings from start to finish.
And what advice would you give to someone considering this career path?
I would say that you should definitely look into it, because it is a very flexible career. I could move to any place in the United States and get a job pretty much within a week of moving there. But also it is a very financially stable job. The salaries are very good, and it's a fun career. It's interesting. Yeah.
Well, thank you for taking the time to sit down with us today.
You're welcome.